Happy.
We're happy.
Are we going left over here?
Yeah, no, we're going left, yeah. I can't find Greg and Lucky.
Well, no, you're not going to find it on the radio. It's online.
Oh.
Welcome to another edition of the Greg and Lucky Happy Hour.
Yes, welcome to it. Another episode, another week. It's been quite a week for both of us.
Oh my
Jeez.
hat.
Oh my goodness, eh?
We are going to talk about
2020,
this
you've
done it again, baby.
You keep showing off, man. You keep showing off.
If 2020 was a set of movies, would it be like Police Academy? Would we be on 7 now?
No, it's Fast. Yeah, or Fast and Furious.
9, 11. There's been earthquakes.
Yeah,
There've been
Sharknado 15. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing? What's going on?
that is pretty much 2020 for us.
Yeah.
But this is the happy hour. The reason we do this is we want you to listen to this, and then we want you to leave feeling a little bit happier.
Yeah, exactly. That's the entire purpose of this, and we try and make you happy. And some things that we talk about might not make everybody happy, but as long as you laugh and you enjoy it, and you take away from it not being offended or upset or hurt, then we've done the right thing. If we have upset you, please also let us know.
And if you have kids and this is listening on a
Don't watch
speaker
them.
or anywhere, this is explicit.
Yeah, it's not for children.
It's
not for the children.
I was listening to our last one, and you and I really have a go at Matt Simons.
Oh.
Look,
Well,
look,
you
he
had a go.
He deserves it. He deserves it.
I actually had to show Bianca that. I haven't done it yet, my wife, but I actually have to show her that because you were like, and he thinks he's this.
So, look, it should all be understood once Lucky and I continue with this podcast. We've been in some dark places.
Yeah, we've been in some
You know?
dark places, but
But you can always come out of the dark place, so you shine a torch. Who knows? Have you got any reasons to feel happy, Lux?
Yeah, man. I mean, obviously, I've been fired, so I'm a free agent, baby. No. No, I don't know. You know, like it was obviously as we.
Well, if you don't know, Lucky and I have both been broken up.
Yeah.
It's like if you're a teenager and your parents don't like your boyfriend and they force you to break up, even though you still want to be together. It's sort of a little bit like Romeo and Juliet.
Sometimes you have the strangest like comparison. Like you bring like why would you go to I thought you were gonna go if you're a teenager and then you make a lot of friends and then your parents are like, okay, cool, we're moving. And you're like, but I've
Oh yeah, that's great.
Yes,
that's great.
yeah.
But I still prefer the Romeo and Juliet time.
like
We ended up committing suicide in a bed together by mistake.
great movie, by the way. Well, the Baz Luhrmann one. I don't watch the other one.
The Baz Luhrmann was top.
Baz tops. Baz
like,
tops.
thanks, Billy. We appreciate your play. Very
Yeah.
cool. I had to read that first year English
Yeah, Romeo
at
and
university.
We also read that.
Wasn't
But
didn't have me on the edge of the seat.
No, but Shakespeare as well as he's and if you're struggling already with English and you got to do Shakespeare in anything, it's very tough because it's like I don't understand
makes up
English,
words.
and then I've got to now the thou thus shalt not, and you're like, oh my god,
It's just not the feeling.
ma'am, it's not. This is not even about the symbolism. This is just about what the fuck this means.
What's going on here?
What is this word? Yeah.
So that has happened. So Lucky and I got broken up. The reasoning from our management has been quite vague, but generally what it's been put down to is the fact that they can't afford us.
Yeah, listen. A lot of people. I'm not the only one. I'm only the only one that's in the media because we are radio DJs. But a lot of people were let go. Actually, shame. I mean, there's one of our friends, but she got another job at
Somewhere
another
else.
Radio, somewhere else. But
Unlike you, you're going to be
yeah.
unemployed forever.
yes, yeah,
Who would hire you?
exactly.
So that's your reason to feel happy.
No,
Freedom.
listen, free agent,
And also
but
it's out.
It's out now, and it was one of those things that was sitting on my shoulders, and me and you had talked about it, and it's just terrible. But I feel I'm happy because it's now done and it's out, and now I can move on. And the thing about it is, it's sad, but closure is the best thing. When you break up with someone, it sucks, but once you have closure, you're like, yo, listen, dude, you know, your winky's small. You're like, okay, cool, I can work on that.
Is that the reason? Like, I can pay Dr. Dubrow and those other guys from the E channel to make it bigger, I think.
you know how like we are in a society now that you shouldn't be body shaming people, and especially women and whatnot, and like that's why it's like you hear all these beautiful like models coming out that are plus size models, and they love their
Positive
bodies,
posts
and it's
and
great,
things.
and that's awesome. But then sometimes I see posts of chicks are like, yo, don't be with him, he's got a tiny dick, and I'm like, he didn't choose it. It wasn't like he was on the line. He's like, yeah,
You know what?
that one.
Yeah, it's like,
I want life to be a little bit harder.
give me plus 10 intelligence, or minus 10 on the wings.
Yeah.
No,
But-
it doesn't work like that.
But if you as a person had to be able to choose your what's the names,
Your skill set.
but it's have you seen those Facebook things? You've got 10 rand, brains are 5 rand, looks are 7 rand.
looks are more expensive than brains.
So then it's like, and then it's like a personality 3 rand, and then it's like
You got to go for the brains and personality combination, because if you got brains, you can trick people into loving you.
oh yes, that is true. Exactly, that is true.
Tricking people to love you. That's a great way to get into it. Really,
Like-
highly recommended.
Like 4 years in, you're like, this is a terrible person.
he literally tricked me.
Yeah, he tricked me into this relationship. Exactly.
We've got the usuals coming up on the happy hour. We've got game changers, something different. I've been reading the Reader's Digest.
I saw you had an article for that, but I actually did not know that they had gone digital. But it's obviously the obvious choice.
I wonder how long it'll be around.
No, the Reader's Digest is one of those. What's a stalwart? What is it?
Stalwart.
Is that the word?
I think so.
It's one of those. It's a publication for the ages, and it's been doing the game for so long. It's adapted to it, and it tells the story of ours.
My Omar used to get a subscription.
Yeah,
And they used to live like in Rustenburg in a farm, and they'd get a subscription, I think, from overseas.
It
And
drop it off.
monthly it would arrive.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was quarterly they'd get the Reader's Digest.
bro. The problem with publications that I think that don't make it are the ones that are being started now, and it's called. Have I told you about my idea for a magazine? I'm gonna tell you.
Well, yeah, you better tell me with
I'm
that
gonna tell you.
excitement.
It's called Almost Magazine.
Almost.
Almost.
Okay.
And the magazine is for everyone who comes second place and onwards. So you almost made first in everything. So in sport, in
So it's like Elon Musk's brothers actually doing really, really well at the moment.
but he's not Elon Musk.
yeah.
Exactly. But no,
Was
apparently
that too good?
No, he's too good. It's
Yeah,
like
he's got a startup that's in like, the Forbes list of 100 the best companies to watch. What they do is they're growing vegetables in urban spaces. So you
Okay.
remove the costs of trucking and stuff.
oh, okay.
what
Great
it's
story. But that's what I
Surely that could get in the Almost magazine.
So for me, it's the magazine, and the payoff line is we're not winners, but we're close. So it's all,
Nice.
and it's not just sport, but everything else. So Almost Magazine.
5 ways to try be better. Not 5 ways to live your best life.
No. 5 ways to. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
You're gonna be an editor, definitely in it.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I'd like
yeah.
to, maybe a
But-
column.
A column, exactly. Greg Aldrich, how to be just good enough.
Almost there. Yeah, no, I'm
Don't
there.
you think it would make?
I'm down.
And the thing about it is, second place is always there. There's always people coming second because, there's the champion
But
and the
the
winner
problem-
and the Gary V's.
The problem is what if we become the best magazine?
Oh, no, then we're going to have to...
We have to shut down. No, we're closing up shop.
Unfortunately, we've become the best magazine in the...
Yeah,
that is
sorry.
exactly, yeah.
Okay,
But what do you
yeah.
think? Almost Magazine?
Yeah, I'm down for it.
Yeah,
good
good.
business.
Yeah, exactly.
How much work am I actually going to have to do on it?
Just enough.
Bad things happen all the time. You don't want them to happen to you, but they do.
I do. It happens.
There's bummers, baby. It's part of life.
Life, actually, there's a beautiful song. I mean, there's actually millions of songs. But
Sadness sells.
sadness sells, and the thing about it is, no. So in the song that I'm trying to describe, and I don't know who the artist is. Well done, like you're doing your research.
You're so good with your names. Almost there.
Exactly. Is the line goes, there wouldn't be darkness without light. There wouldn't be, you can't. If everything was fun, they would, they would exactly. So you need the. What's it?
Is it a religious song?
No.
Because it sounds like a Bible
No,
thing.
no, it's actually-
first God created light.
No,
then
there's
He
it's
created
I think
darkness.
it's a rap song or something. I can't
Okay.
remember the artist. Yeah, I can't remember the artist.
Okay, but the thing is bummers happen all the time. We alluded to it, that we're breaking up. As in, we've been broken up on radio. We no longer work together on radio, which is quite sad. I mean, that's the end of an era for us.
Yeah, an end of an era. But good news for you, that if you're watching and listening, is that we're still going to be doing the podcast, which is fine.
I think that you are sort of like the members of an exclusive club that has carpets, leather chairs, maybe somebody will serve whiskey every now and then, cigars are allowed.
I love how you started with carpets. It's like your mind was like, if I'm going to join a club,
We'd have some nice
there has to be
carpets.
some goddamn carpets. There's nothing with
Yeah, a nice carpet. There's no...
nothing's just classy.
Although, I don't understand why there are so many carpet shops.
Bro, like in a recession time as well. Like,
No, I've seen some closed
hello,
down.
hello, sir. Would you like to buy some? We've got beautiful Egyptian, blah 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 blah.
I
Carpets.
want the Aladdin one. Where's the magic one?
And I'm like, I actually, my house. Yeah, what? I'm sorry. Thank you though. Yeah, I've got a 1-year-old, so no.
No, he's going to get his vom on the carpet. Anyway, but I'm just saying, you're part of an exclusive club, and we're glad you can join us. I think it's going to be good. We're going to do more of this on the podcast.
Yeah,
Gonna
we're
be
actually
working
gonna
harder here.
we're gonna ramp it up.
But I was thinking about it being a bummer because we had kind of started really taking our strides on air at one point.
So when we got the drive show after daytime,
We've pretty much worked on every slot on radio from midnight to Sunday nights to 10 to 1, Monday to Friday,
Yeah,
7 to 10, daytime. Then we got the big ticket show.
drive show. So the first year of our drive time show was
tough.
horrible. Was tough. It was really bad. We had
Horrible?
No. We just it was just colleague clash. There was a clash of the colleague that we had, and
What he means is colleague. But he'll insert this video here from Flulaborg.
yeah.
Groups of people, they're talking, and one say about Jennifer, eine Kollegin, colleague. Oh, I tell you, Jennifer, she is really a party pooper.
Where he talks about his colleague.
His colleague, yeah.
And we can't get off that word anymore.
Yeah, I can't say it any other way now. I'm saying it the German way. That's just
Kollegen.
Yeah, Kollegen. And the thing is, we as Greg and Lucky, it just didn't work. No, Greg and Lucky, the show with this person didn't work, and it happens. Sometimes you get put into teams.
And it wasn't only that person. There was a bunch of factors.
Yeah, it's a bunch of factors. Actually,
Massive learning curve.
Yeah. Then they said, okay, cool, we'll reboot the show again, and we started the next year, and the colleagues left. And a new one we had already there started to join the show, and oh, did we start to flourish. It was beautiful, the chemistry between us, and she, Lebs, made the show with us even better. She added a female touch. She was this like amazing person. We learned from her as well.
We do our fun facts with Lebs still.
Yeah, on air
we've
and
got
off.
some YouTube videos with
And
her.
the show started and it was going great. And then August comes and they were like,
Peace
"Boom,
out.
You're done. You guys are sorry. We're bringing in somebody else. It's just not working." We were bummed, even though our numbers were the only numbers there were. But anyways, it's not about that. We were like, okay, cool.
So for the past year and a half,
We've been in limbo.
yeah, and what's been great is it's pushed us to start this,
Yeah.
start doing the podcast.
Because we spoke
get
about
involved.
this forever, if I can listen, this podcast is not about learning, because if you want to learn something, watch Tim Ferriss or Joe Rogan.
Or no such thing as a fish.
Oh yeah, yes. You got
Know
me.
your competitors, Lux. You got to get in there.
No. What I was saying is that. Oh yeah. Sorry. What I was saying is that don't be like Greg and I. And this is a teaching moment. And wait till
Oh, is this what you're trying to
yeah,
teach
that's what I was trying to teach you. I'm saying is don't wait.
to be
Don't
pushed.
don't wait till you're down in the dumps to create something. Because Greg and I technically should have created this show
Ages
when
ago.
we were on Drive. We spoke about it forever, and we only did it because we were down in the dumps. But anyways, yeah.
I see what you're doing there.
Yeah.
I wanted to go through some other bummers. You can tell me if you think that I'm good with these bummers, if these are a nice explanation.
Yeah.
If you haven't got your head around it yet. It's like buying a 128 gig iPod or saving up for one.
Okay.
And then music streaming becomes a thing after you've bought it.
Oh, so you've bought the iPod.
Yeah.
You got it. You have it. You
Yeah.
load your music
Yeah.
on it. And then Spotify's like, hey, man. Come
Or
on.
deciding to start taking steroids and getting super ripped. And then everyone's like, oh, I'm into skinny nerding hipsters now. You're like, but all the work I've put in,
That second one's terrible.
it shrinks my, well, but no.
It reminds me though of the thing is like when I was in standard grade 8, so it's obviously now grades, but when I was in standard 5 or grade 8, grade 7, they had this thing where that year they decided everybody's a prefect.
Oh.
And I was like, but
Everybody gets points.
yeah, like I'm like, but when you become a prefect, it's an honor. Now you're making everybody so we're just all losers now.
So do you put that on your CV? Was a prefect in primary school.
Yeah. So like it's such a weird thing, but I think in every year of high school, people will say to you, "Oh, this happened to us. We were that year." Like the people that are on matric now, in the final year of high school, in the final year of primary school, they have something to complain about. They've got stories to tell because they'll say, "Dude, I heard some girl said to me, she's like, was I with you?" Said, "Yeah, we can't have our matric dance," and I was like, man. Because also when you're matric, that's your life. Matric dance, you're like, you can't wait for it. You're like, tonight's the night. I'm taking out this girl. We're going to dress up.
There's an after party.
Yeah, exactly. Like you're going to have some drinks because it's the first time you can.
I got some cocaine for my dealer.
No. But yeah, that's it's I think you feel like when you are becoming bummed, this is what happens to you. It's happened to you and only you. But you're saying it's terrible. I've got one. It's like you're going to the movies. Your favorite movie, you've paid money for it, you've brought your friend or whoever, you're like, cool, I love it, yes, this is awesome. And then you're sitting there, the trailers play, you're looking down, you're not watching because we don't watch trailers.
Yeah, we'll talk about that.
And then the movie's about to start, the Warner Brothers logo starts, you're watching your favorite Christopher Nolan movie, you're there, you got your popcorn, your
Has this
wine
happened
comes,
to you?
and
Because
then
you sound like it's...
the power goes off. Guy walks in. Hi, sorry guys, with his torch. Hi, sorry, the power's off. You can redeem your thing and you can come back next week. No,
I wanted it now.
No, I'm not coming back next week. I want to.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
Yeah, like, because if also because remember, so Greg and I have spoken about this. When our significant others wants us to do something, if they tell us like sporadically, hey, can you clean the garage? Both of us become bummed immediately, like 0 to 100, like bum. But if they tell us next week Thursday, I need you to clean the garage, we'll go, yeah, I could do that. And then Thursday comes, we're like, we got our kit on, we got our washing bag.
Yeah. I gotta be prepped for it.
None of the surprise shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't like
if I go to McDonald's and I get a Coke and then the lid comes off and spills on me.
everyone hates that. No one's like, you know what an amazing thing happened to me today? Sprite all over my pants. It was lovely.
I'm just saying, we don't want to get bummed.
Yeah.
Sometimes things happen,
Yeah.
and that's okay.
Game changes. We've been doing this. We do it every single week. It's here for us to showcase something to you that we think changes the game.
We would love it if you contributed and gave us things that you think are a game changer. We've had some people get in touch. Ooh, a bag.
Yes, a bag. Lovely little...
What is our game changer today, Mr. Duplessis?
So I've spoken to you about this, and I thought I wanted to share it with the lovely viewers or listeners. And this is a game changer, and it's beautiful. It's lovely. It's warm, and in this cold times, this is an absolute game changer. It is. It is these socks, but I want you to feel inside the sock. I want you to open it and show it to the people so that they can
inside the sock. It's so simple. Oh my goodness! These are like thinsulate things. I'm never leaving.
Hey,
I'm not leaving.
how warm is that, bro?
Yeah.
For your feet. So now the thing is, if you don't have slippers,
Lucky's. So these socks
it has grip at the bottom, so you don't have to wear it with slippers.
which my mother would kill me if she caught me walking on just the socks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
She
they get
one of those.
dirty. You will.
Oh.
Are you gonna clean your socks? Who's gonna clean those?
When your parents ask you that,
No, of course not. I've never done the Washington. What? Excuse me?
What, suddenly I've become an expert at this?
Yeah, these, oh my goodness. It has been cold in Johannesburg at the moment. These are incredible.
Now, I'm saying this only, and I don't know why I'm saying this like we have. I don't know if we have international viewers or not, but I'm going to say it anyways. If you're in South Africa and you're in Johannesburg, so you can get these socks at Dis-Chem, okay? But they'll cost you like $150, okay? If you go to Randridge...
Ooh, money well spent.
Money well spent. Money well spent. But if you go to Randridge Mall, there's a lady who sells these for $60. Okay, $60. I don't know what a business is called. What it's.
Is she a criminal? No, are these from the back of the truck?
No, I don't know.
Are you endorsing crime?
I don't know where she gets this, but bro, it's.
Oh, that is the worst attitude ever. I don't know where it comes from, but I've got it. That you might as well.
No, senor. I don't know where this cocaine comes from.
You are feeding the black market.
No, it's in a shop. It's a shop. It's a proper shop. It's got a name. It's a business. It's not like I'm just on the side of the street.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm watching you, champ.
But anyways, so this is my game changer. Here you go.
What is the brand? Oh, the gift.
No.
Oh man, well, that. Screw you, man.
Sorry, I only have one pair. I actually wanted to give you a gift, but she hasn't been able to give
you
me.
handed me a gift bag.
I know.
I don't know if there's a bigger psych out like that. I think we were just talking about bummers. That's a bummer. Don't ever hand a man a gift bag of something he wants, even if it is stolen.
Yeah.
And then...
I actually wanted to bring the socks by itself. Then I was like, oh, let me active and make it a gift. And yeah, but I need to go get you a pair.
No, it's fine. It's okay. You've already broken my heart.
Yeah.
My cold feet.
But they are, that's a
game changer. I think it is a game changer. Warm socks, as you get older, your body doesn't get around. The blood doesn't keep you so warm.
The cold.
My parents now they're both in their late 60s. They are kitted for the cold.
Oh, really?
They got these socks, they got gloves, they got everything.
You guys should see, it's on our podcast. Greg's gloves,
they're anti-crime gloves because they're cut off at the fingers. So you can leave your fingerprints.
Yeah.
But you can type as well if
But
you need to hack into.
Nothing looks more like, oh my goodness, is that a creep? Then those gloves.
Oh, Andy's wearing gloves.
Yeah.
What is the most rude thing you've done?
Oh, I try.
Other than forgetting everybody's name.
Yeah, I try not to do it anymore. I used to do it when I was younger, but if I don't like someone, like when they talk to me, I try to like. Okay. Like turn your feet away from them. Like you try to make like you gotta go.
You like mean girled them.
Yeah, like I was just like,
okay, yeah, that's pretty rude.
Yeah, it's pretty rude. But I try now as a grown up. I have to. Yes, I love your conversation. Yes,
yes. Please bore me some more.
Tell me more about cats. Yeah.
The reason I asked you this is I came across an article. 17 etiquette mistakes you need to stop making by the time you're 30.
Okay.
We're both over 30, so we should have stopped making these mistakes. If you're in your early 20s, by all means, carry on. Be frivolous and rude.
Yeah.
But think 30's coming up.
Yeah. Slowly wean one at a time off. So that the 30s are just easier,
So if you're sitting, I've written them all down here. Maybe get a piece of paper. What I want to see is which one of us is worse off in the etiquette game.
Okay.
So you're going to tick along, and we're going to see how we've both been faring. You can tick along as well. So quickly go get something, or just play in your head. Number one, etiquette mistake that happens far too often.
Okay, I've got
sharing embarrassing stories in a toast.
Okay. Yeah, I don't do that.
I don't do that. I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Across. That's a big
No, I've
cross.
got yours. Yeah, don't worry. I've got your score.
Oh, you're going to keep scores for both of us.
Yeah.
I went to a wedding where a best man. So the groom's like a really nice guy. Best man talks about when they went on a boys' trip to Thailand and they couldn't find the groom because he had gone on a joyride with a Thai prostitute inland. As a wedding speech.
But I'm sorry, but it's like, are you that stupid? Don't you understand how weddings work? His grandmother, his mother, dad, they there. Like, what's the matter with you? Like, that's outrageous.
Whenever
you do that at the bachelors.
Yeah.
You do that at the 21st.
Do that anytime you want, just not in front of his brand new wife and family.
Yeah. Like, it's like, okay, cool. This is a good time to tell the story. Was everyone just like...
And he didn't tell it well either. When I saw that, I was like, I better knock my brother's best man speech out the park. I saw that, I was like, that is what I'm not doing.
Yeah, it's actually bad. It's what's the worst thing about speeches is when someone's telling a great story that you've heard, but they're telling it and it's just like, you're telling it wrong.
It's not going
this
right.
This is terrible. Please, for the love of Moses.
Number 2, using a serviette to blow your nose. I have been guilty of that.
Yeah, I've also been doing that. But like, what are you?
No, I'm not using one of those material serviettes. You know, like a Lani restaurant serviette,
It's
a
called a
linen
handkerchief.
No, but you.
Oh,
a napkin.
A napkin,
you know?
Yeah, a napkin. Yeah.
I'm not that.
Yeah.
But I have used a
So
serviette.
you're not supposed to use a serviette. You're supposed to use a tissue.
Yeah, I think so. And you're not supposed to be at the table going.
Oh yeah, at the table it's weird, but yeah, like if I'm.
But sometimes, you know, the nose is running.
Yeah, okay, but I've ticked us both for that
Okay,
one.
okay. Using emojis in work emails.
I did that last week, bro. And the thing is, it's for. So I'm doing this design for this person for free. So they're not really my client. I said you need a new design.
No, they're
I'll
still
do
your
it.
client.
I ended up
Smileys.
smiley face, and then I said kind regards.
Winky face.
Hope this mail finds you in hell. I was, oh my god.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Sticking with emails, so we've both been guilty there.
Okay, so
I've had my fiance read one over my shoulder, be like, "Why'd you put that there?" Backspace. Sending emails with errors.
yeah, listen, I've come a long way because in the beginning when I used to write things and Greg would read it, you'd be like, oh my god.
Lucky's English is like choose your own adventure of the sentence. Like, do you want to know the understanding of what's going on here?
Like, but it's weird. It's like I've gotten I've gotten so much better. Like sometimes now I write something about Greg, read that, and he's like, "Yo, bro, that's cool." Back in the day, he'd be like, "Oh Jesus, how much time do I have?" Exactly.
I don't really send errors in emails anymore.
Oh, is that okay?
Number 5, using a handshake as a show of dominance.
That's it. Donald Trump. It's bullshit. If you shake a person's hand, it's to greet them. They're meeting.
You give a solid,
nice to
firm
meet you. How you
handshake.
doing?
Yeah.
Not hey, welcome to the welcome to the death zone.
House of Purge.
Come here. Like no, it's unacceptable.
Yeah,
No.
that's
It's childish.
It's childish. And even as a child, like that must not happen. Stop
Yeah.
it. I went through these with my fiance, and we had a nice firm handshake. She can do a proper handshake. If you are a person who doesn't handshake properly, never go in with a limp.
No. But so I thought it was settled. I thought ladies had settled the argument.
It was settled.
Ladies had said, a woman had said that men, if you're gonna do the shake with us, do it properly. So go in for the cool,
Firm,
thank you.
yes.
That's it. That's what they've said. So we must, as men, because what happens is men think, oh, it's a woman, so I must go like this. No, women don't want that. That's what I've heard.
Yes, no, I've heard
So I
it.
thought it was settled.
No.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of a proper handshake.
Yeah.
Even though in Corona times the handshake's dying.
Yeah.
Handshake's dead.
Yeah, I honestly think that we won't handshake in the future, which is sad. I think this is going to become a thing there. But that's not, like, if you're a senator, you can't be greeting...
What up? Yo, let's talk peace.
That Kane Peel speech where the president is
Yes,
meeting people and
yeah.
it's like, well, nice to meet you, Dave. Yes, nice to meet you, John. And then it's like a black guy. He's like, what's going on, my brother? And then all the black guys are like,
Okay, moving on. Posting everything you do on social media.
yeah, I've gotten better with that. I used to do that. But I'm very, and listen, I post way more than Greg. I post a lot, but I've worked out that I focus on the content that I want to push, the idea of who I am. So it's my son, my wife, my running, that kind of stuff. But I used to post anything and food, and now I'm like, no. But what I love about Instagram, what they've done, the stories go wild there.
It disappears.
Go wild. It disappears. Because ask Greg. I used to be like, if you post a quote or
Jeez, it kills Lucky. If you post like a motivational thing and it's a bear and like it's pixelated, or you can even see it says Shutterstock on it.
Lucky's rules for social media, which is not a real rule, which is not real rules. Quotes, leave that shit for Twitter. Okay, that's where words get expressed. Pictures are for Instagram, and not pictures that you took on a potato. On a phone.
Pretty pictures.
That's
that you edited.
We were like, Jesus, it's hard to be his friend.
Whoa. You haven't unfriended anyone, though.
I have.
Oh. Okay, well, so yeah, I don't post too much on social media. I've got a big problem with social media. I need to get my head around it, especially in the business that you and I are in.
Yeah.
Like, I really like posting Greg and Lucky stuff.
Yeah.
And
the problem with social media is that so for Greg and I as well. So we want to post what we want to post, but in the industry that we are in, we have to which is sad. For us to go further, we have to have thousands and thousands of followers. But it's like, but why? But now I must post things I'm not interested in, and they're like, yeah, but post you with this flower. It's like, but I don't like flowers, and it's like, but
why don't you like flowers? You actually don't. I mean, sorry, just
no. I do.
There are fake plants everywhere. What did the real plants do to you? This is a fake plant. There's a fake plant behind the camera. There's a fake plant in the corner.
The fake plants live longer.
Yeah. I mean,
live long and prosper.
That's like getting a taxidermy animal and being like, yeah, it's never gonna die. So,
hey, dude, what's that? Oh, that's Sniffles. Yeah. No, and
we're not moving on from Sniffles.
No, he's not a real dog.
Like,
he's sleep.
Yeah, he just haven't looked like he's curled up like a cat to the couch. Okay, let's move on quickly. Another etiquette mistake. Ooh, sitting while being introduced to someone.
Yo,
I get a little agitated when people do that to me.
Yeah. And this sounds rude. It sounds rude because obviously as men we should never tell women what to do. But so
my fiance said to me, "Oh, I didn't realize it was rude as a woman."
Yeah, no, it is. It is. Men stand up for men and women, but then then you walk around the table and then I've even also said to my wife, like, you must stand up and don't do this. You're shaking over the shoulder.
The problem,
get up.
What up? Peace. Okay. Using the wrong utensils or side place or wine glass at a fancy restaurant or dinner.
It's always to the left. That's all you need to know. Like Beyonce says, to the left. That's it.
I make this mistake. I don't always know.
Yeah, but people and you eat from outside in.
Outside in. That's the rule with the knives and forks.
Yeah, so outside in and to the left.
But
then
one of the spoons is on the outside. Must I take that? No, I'm joking. I actually hate eating with a spoon.
Well, unless it's soup, obviously.
Obviously.
Because otherwise you'll be there for
No, I brought my own straw. Thank you.
Well, he's eating his soup with a fork. We can't have mains until this idiot finishes. For the love of God, man.
Oh, I didn't know this. So you can tick me off again here. Number 9, drinking to your own toast.
Okay, explain that to me.
So, if I stood up and did a toast, I'd like to do a toast to Lucky. It's been so incredible working with him for the last 7 years, but my God, I'm glad he's gone. And then I drink. Other people must drink. I mustn't.
Oh.
I must just be like, to Lucky. And then everybody else must drink.
Yo, but that's some 18th century respectful
shit. That's what the
shit.
Reader's Digest
No. Listen, I didn't know that. I did not know. I thought that when you do a toast, you say cheers and you also have a sip, because I know that. Now, this is obviously for the people that are very, like the Italians and the Greeks that are very, what's the name?
Passionate.
Superstitious. Is that I know that it's like you don't toast with water. You don't.
Oh yeah, you don't toast with an empty glass.
You don't toast with an empty glass. But then I also heard the rule is that if you do toast, you have a sip. You don't go toast and put it down. It's frowned upon in Italian culture. Like, they will spaghetti you.
Son of a bitch. Like in America, they TP your house. Like you wake up and there's spaghetti on the windows.
Good God, man. Yeah. So I thought, okay.
I want to make it look like.
I need a lot of meatballs. We're gonna
you
take
wake
care
up,
of
there's
this.
spaghetti on the car.
You won't be able to clean this up for months. That's what months, I tell you. You'll never disrespect me again, the son of a bitch.
This is huge. Failing to RSVP for things.
Yeah, like it's
I'm a big stickler for that.
yeah.
RSVPing.
I get anxious on a level of like I'm freaking out. Like I'm like, babe,
We need to
reply
RSVP. We need to tell
Yeah,
them. We need to tell
let's
them.
go.
We need to tell them.
Yeah.
Number 11. I hate this. Showing up with an uninvited guest. Who do you think you are? I invited you. Is my company so crap that you needed to bring a buddy?
Like, and who are they? Like, why did you bring this person?
I will spaghetti you, my friend.
I once got a call. Hey, Lucky, can I bring this friend of mine? It was my birthday, bro. I said no. I said, I'm sorry, I'm not friends with him. I don't really like them.
What was their reason?
I don't know.
I want to bring my friend.
But what was weird was they had, so in the group of friends, in our group of friends, all of us were there. So you didn't need other company.
Yeah.
So I was like, no.
Yeah, it wasn't like you were inviting, someone from work who didn't have a friend.
Exactly. Like we're going to the radio awards and I'm inviting this person who doesn't know anyone.
Yeah.
It's going to be left out of all those jokes.
Yeah.
No, it was like, I was like, yeah. No,
Yeah, it's a biggie.
Yeah, I just said, no, sorry.
Like, I could understand if you're like, oh, my friend's in town from London and they're
Yes.
with me and I'm sorry, but then.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. For
But
sure.
just saw my, no. Nope. There's a lot of wedding things here. Forgetting to write a thank you note. I'm assuming that's for weddings. I don't write thank you notes if you give me a present. I wasn't going to thank you for the socks. I was just going to thank you personally.
I don't know if I wrote thank you notes unless Bianca did.
Oh. I think it's a thing. I think you have to do it. I know my father crapped on my brother because my brother didn't write thank you notes. And he was like, you got to thank them for the money and the gift that they gave you.
Yeah, I need to ask my wife because I think she might have written and also her handwriting is terrible, so I would have had to write it and then her to sign it off and check the spelling.
Well, no, I wouldn't have done it. That must have been exhausting.
Yeah.
You're like, oh my goodness. Number 13, getting chummy with your boss, addressing them with, hey. It depends what kind of work you're in, I think.
The love I show for people, and they know it, is when I have a nickname for them. So people that I love and I appreciate, I'm like, yo, this, like that, like whatever. Except it was weird. I've never given you a nickname because it's just Greg. Your name's Greg. It's
Four letters.
yeah, yo, bro.
Sometimes
Actually,
asshole.
we just call each other, bro. Yeah, bro. Let's go and get this MacD's, bro.
Yes.
But
we actually speak normally during the podcast. Yeah. We just, boo boo, look at me, yeah.
But I think, like, I had a boss in my advertising agency. So Brad was my first boss, then Frankie and Glenn, and all three of them, they were such phenomenal, different characteristics and people that I just dude, I can even till today, like, I was like,
Oh, you're being nice because you're unemployed? Like, do you want them to
hire me, please? But like, I never had nicknames for them. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, well, so I've been chummy with bosses.
Yeah, I've also, I mean,
Spilling your guts to anyone who will listen. No, I'm quite particular with the information that I share.
we know of one person who used to do that, and we used to be like if you got caught with him, you're like,
I wonder if there's a device that you could put your eyes on, like a roller, and just keep them rolling.
yes. Oh no, that's interesting.
I've been guilty of this one. Earphones when talking to someone. This is my jam, though. You're interrupting my jam. It does annoy me if someone's got both earphones. No, actually, even in one, it's not right.
When people, and this is only the Apple culture home slices. I mean, I have an Apple Mac, but when they got the ear pods in and they talking to you, and then like you're like, Are you
listening to a song? Or are you on the phone?
Are you on a call with someone? Are you like, because remember how the Bluetooth became douchebag, the Bluetooth device? Yo, how's it? Yo, no business, bro. Yeah, I've got to do.
I'm so busy, I can't pick up my phone.
Yeah, and it's like that's what earpods are when I see them. Like you're cool. It's Apple, it's Mac, it's cool, but you look like a douchebag. Like take them out when you're having a conversation with someone. Okay, you look like a dick.
Straight up.
Yeah.
Also with a phone, using your speakerphone in public. Yo, no, I'll just get back to you in a second with that. And then you have
that, and then playing. If you play music loud on your phone when you're in a public area, if I'm around, I will break your phone in front of you.
No, you won't.
I don't have money now, but back in the day I would have. Dude, and the thing is, and you know who's guilty of this are young kids. And they go, oh, it's Soldier Boy. Oh, y'all tell him already, man. And it's like, I thought, can I get a cap? Can I get a cap? Just hold on. Hey, would you shut up?
Oh, I can't wait for your kid to become a teenager. Man, that's going to be fun. Oh, God. And then number 17, and this is like crime for me, texting during a movie. Somebody spent billions of dollars to bring you this product.
Millions.
Millions. Okay, whatever. Millions. Like, don't. Yeah. That's. Yeah. See, Jeff got a cat.
Yeah.
No, don't text.
No. And then the worst is 10 minutes later. Who's this guy? You would know if you were watching.
It's how a teacher feels.
Oh, and that's Robert Downey Jr.
How can you not know him? Like, Iron Man, Dr. Dolittle, like, shit. Oh, God. Like a teacher where you're like, well, if you were listening, you would have got it. So those are the 17 things. Which one of us is more rude? Who's got more ticks?
Yeah, I'm worried.
Are you?
Yeah, I've got one more.
Why am I surprised? Should have known.
We actually work great as a team. It's funny when we started working together, Greg used to be like quite like when it came to like meeting clients and like speaking with listeners, he used to be quite like you slow down and assess the situation. Now we've swapped roles. I'm that guy. He's now the friendly. Yes, how you doing? Yo, no, we can. Now I'm like this. I'm like, and then clients are like, hey, Lucky, you don't fucking touch me. Don't touch me.
That's why they actually sacked Lucky to get me. Why is that show called Shark Tank? I mean, what kind of sales happen in a Shark Tank? What is happening in a Shark Tank? Those are big fish people with lots of money.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly
so
why.
they're the sharks.
They're the sharks.
And then you're in the tank to sell something to the sharks.
Yeah.
If I was in a tank with sharks, first thing I'd do is get the fuck out of the tank with sharks.
Do you remember when we went shark diving in Durban?
Yes.
That was cool.
We were in the tank in a glass safety capsule.
Not glass, it was metal.
Whatever.
It was
metal. It was a metal safety capsule.
Cage. Yeah, it was a cage. And it was quite like hectic. Like, what? Yeah.
I mean, the sharks weren't even as big as us.
No, they weren't.
I think when you see those great white sharks, there was...
you see the video?
Yeah, there's a video that came out the other day
week.
Of the sharks in Robberg. I don't know where that is in Cape Town.
Bay.
Is it in Plet?
It's Plettenberg Bay, yeah.
The shark is longer than the board and the kayaks.
Yeah.
It is a huge thing. And the one oak looks like he's going towards it. And then I think somebody is like, because the sea's swelling in the video.
Yeah.
And one oak like, you got to swim towards the wave to get over it.
Yeah.
And then I think someone sees it. And then the oaks are just like, panic.
Out.
Yeah.
But the thing is, if you want to see a great white and you go to Plet in December, you have a 80 to 90% chance of seeing one.
Oh, the beach. Do they say everybody off the beach?
Yeah, bro. No, listen, bro. Every season there's big, like Plet is synonymous for great whites. It's like you go to Cape Town or you go to like Naza to see those whale.
Yes, yeah.
You know, dude, if you want to see a shark. Dude, I was swimming.
If you want to get mugged, go to Long Street. If you want to see a shark, go to Plet.
Go to Plet.
Okay.
Yeah. Exactly.
I understand that.
Yeah,
I get that.
Exactly.
Okay, well, that doesn't really explain to me why
These
we're...
are knowledge of sharks.
Why are we in the Shark Tank? Who are we selling to? We've created this game. It's called Shit Tank. Here is our Shit Tank. It's full of things that we don't like, and the other guy has to sell it to the other one. You can add things to the Shit Tank if you want us to try and sell something to you. You can be one of the poops, shall I say. What do we have there? What is your topic today? 1 minute.
So these things, just to explain, is topics that Greg or
Things I don't like.
Greg doesn't like, and I've got to
Or Lucky
convince
doesn't
him
like.
that I've convinced him that it's good. And
It's an
today-
unprepared speech.
Yeah, and Greg has got shooter girls.
Shooter girls. Oh my word. Do you have dementia? No. You're 16 or 18. So no, you don't have dementia, but you don't have to ask me every 10 minutes if I'd like a shot. Thank you. I appreciate you trying to get me drunk and make some money on the side, but come on.
Okay, all right.
You ready to sell me shooter
ready to
girls?
sell you shooter
Okay, your
girls.
1 minute starts now.
There's a lot about shooter girls that are great, and I'm not talking about the stupid sexualized them dressing up.
That's
nice,
also
whatever.
a massive problem.
Yeah, it's a massive problem. But I do like about the thing with shooter girls is that one, it's a great job for young girls to get experience, one, and two, to get into the working world and make a little bit extra money, especially when they're students and their parents can't afford to give them money every week. Okay, one, it's phenomenal experience when it comes to communicating with people. Women. And it's unacceptable in the workplace have already a tough time, getting up on men, earning as much, being respected. And when you're a shooter girl, you take so much nonsense from drunk arsehole men like us who go out drinking.
Not me.
No, not me. But like, you know how men
Yes,
are.
I know.
Like, hey, baby, come give me a shot. No, this is my friend John.
Sexually abused.
Yeah, sexual abuse, whatever. And I think, and it's terrible that men do this, but the young women that do that, they experience something, they learn it, and then they go. It's like somebody said to me the other day, being a younger sibling. Being a young girl and having older brothers is phenomenal because you learn to take a lot of nonsense from men older than you and stupid young men. Then you as a girl, you actually become tougher. You are tougher.
Yeah.
And it's shown. It's proven that.
Well,
And
it's so sad that we live in a world where a woman has to be tougher.
yeah. Like they can't just be.
That's the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem. And listen, I don't like the idea of shooter girls, and I don't like that whatever. But I think and I said this to you, and Greg knows this. I said when I was young, I wanted to be a bartender. Because I wanted to be able to, to learn to chat to people and experience and talk. And my dad was like, "That's not going to happen. That's a hard no. You're going to go to varsity, and you're not going to work. I'm going to pay you. I'm going to give you a bigger
Just pass.
Yeah,
Please just pass.
Yeah, that's all my dad wanted. But
I think you did that well. I think.
Listen,
no, it's true.
No.
I think if you have worked as a shooter girl, or you are a shooter girl, or a promo girl, promo guy, whatever, but that experience,
yeah.
Is invaluable experience in life.
And the thing about it is as well, you are 100% guaranteed that you're going to come across an arsehole guy in your career as a woman. You are. That's 150%.
As anyone.
So working as a shooter girl, you know how to handle arseholes. You just listen, hey, don't touch me, or shut up. Do you want a shot or not? No, cool. Then I'll go to the next time. Dude.
Then I'll go ask Greg again for the 15th time. No, we're still fine. Thank you.
No, I didn't change my mind in the last 10 seconds.
I'm okay.
Yeah, so that was that's okay. That's
No,
a good
not
one.
bad.
That's a good. But I do understand why you don't like it. It's weird.
And no, and the whole concept of it is really outdated.
Yeah.
You know, I was on TV. This is how desperate I've been to watch live sport. There was horse racing, the Royal Ascot horse racing.
I must have missed this one.
Yeah. No, it was just like I was like, okay, and
10 rand on biscuit.
no, I'm trying to cut down my gambling habits, which we will talk about just now. But they had like promo girls, like sort of like like cycling's also got promo girls,
Yeah.
and I was like, guys,
Like it's 2020.
2020, like
Yeah. Like, did you hear about the racing? It was last year that they said that
they're getting rid of the pit girls.
pit girls. They're getting rid of pit girls. And no, but there was a massive outcry for those pit girls said that because apparently
They
earn-
wanted the work because they got good
earn-
money.
Apparently they earn phenomenal money, and so they were like guys, you're killing this industry of ours that that so obviously some women were like, well, it's sexist, whatever, which it is because of the way that the women dress. So I just think meet in the middle and say, cool guys, just give them proper uniform. Give them. You don't have to show their breasts and their stomachs. Close it up like women can look hot in full attire.
in
sweatpants.
I just want to say, woman, you're great.
Yeah.
You're really wonderful. We love you and we appreciate you. And
like
all
I
the
think
crap you put up with.
I watched the movie. It's one of the movies of how Fox Network was started, and he had a rule. The Fox
Is this
Network,
the movie Bombshells?
yeah,
about?
Bombshell. He had a rule. The Fox Network guy that he said that all women have to wear pencil neck skirts, and they have to be 3 inches or 5 inches higher than the knee, and then all desks had to be clear, so that you could see a woman's, because if you can see a woman's
Then
legs,
people would be watching the news.
People would watch. His news channel ratings went through the roof when he introduced this, and he had a rule: all women first had to be blonde. It had to be blonde women, and like only later that they introduced brunettes and whatever. Dude, the stuff this man done, he is the sexist, most like I was like. Yeah, it's just weird. It's like, wow, how did he like?
Sex sells.
Yeah.
But I don't know if sex sells anymore.
You think it's?
Yeah, I mean, like,
FHM has gone under.
Yeah, it has gone under.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be doing this podcast probably soon in cycling shorts, and that's not going to sell.
And I'm gonna say this on behalf of everybody. Nobody wants to see it.
Winners know when to stop. It's one of the gambling responsibility lines.
Yeah, it's like the official one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sometimes enjoy the odd wager, shall we say.
I've got so many friends who love a bit of gambling. This is one of my friends' routines: is they go out for a night, we have a couple of drinks, we get a rowdy, Uber,
And then they go gambling.
Then they go
No, that's
gambling.
amateur.
Dude, and then they're like, cool, let's go gambling. I'm like, it's 2 in the
I
morning.
don't have money to do that.
It's 2 in the morning. Yeah. Yeah. No. Tapped out, dog. Yeah.
No. So a little bit of sport gambling, but not often. Not often. And I've told Lucky about this. Sometimes I couldn't, for a stage, I couldn't sleep because I was thinking about the bets. And it's
outrageous.
That's so unhealthy.
That's outrageous, bro.
I think gambling in your brain. I think there's got to be research about how bad it is for your brain, about how it makes your brain tick.
Addictive, yeah. But sorry. So we Greg and I did a campaign for a gambling company, and they gave us an app to play like the.
I
gambling.
use that app. It's actually great.
It is. It is actually great because they set it up for you so that it's easy. So you got like, okay, cool. Man United's playing.
And they give you the odds.
They give you the odds, whatever. So they make it easy. And then I was like, because I told Greg I do World Cup bets. Like I always
you do a big bet, an outcome.
Will
Will the Springboks win? So I put money in the Springboks to win the Rugby World Cup, and I won so I put $500
Did you do that in the beginning of the year? Beginning of the World Cup?
Odds were 3-1. No, about halfway through. I put odds were 3-1, and
Dude, they were probably 4-1 or 5-1 before.
I don't know, but no, I think I put it on after the England game. After England creamed New Zealand, I was like, Springboks can still win this. And I put money on the Springboks.
Nice.
$1,500 I won from my 500. Had a massive party at my house afterwards. Used all that money. Great fun. Now I've slipped down a dark road.
Okay.
I'm a big West Ham fan. Been a West Ham fan since like grade 6 or 7, so a long time.
If there's anyone that knows about losing, I mean, this is your guy, right?
I can handle it. I've put money on them to get relegated.
Oh my God. I've never heard of such fucking betrayal in my entire life.
So initially, the odds for them getting relegated are quite good.
Let's just explain. So, if you're not a huge football fan, in the Premier League, there's 20 teams, and they always relegate the bottom 3. Now, yeah, so which means that the bottom 3 always swap, and they bring out teams from the lower division. So new teams
get promoted, and teams go down.
Yeah. So, and if you get relegated as a team, you lose a lot of money.
Huge amounts of cash.
But if you get taken up to the Premier League, you make a lot of money.
Yeah, because there's TV rights involved and a whole bunch of things.
It's huge.
West Ham haven't gone down in quite a few years. They went down maybe, I can't even remember. It was quite a while ago. But I've seen them go down and I've seen them come up again.
Yeah.
just before the restart of everything, the odds for West Ham to go down were really good. Were good because they said because it was looking likely that West Ham were going to stay up. So I decided let me just put a cool $200 on it
To be relegated.
Yeah.
Okay.
West Ham have now played 2 games since they've come back. They've lost both of those.
Oh my God.
So the chances of them getting relegated are even higher.
How many games left in the season?
I don't know. There's a few, but what I'm saying is I've bet against my team.
Yeah, I know. That's the betrayal that we're talking about. I Before we continue with this conversation, I am a Lions fan, so I also know about losing. Okay, I've been a Lions fan since I could play rugby, and the Lions only in the last 5 years have been really good, where they made the finals 3 years in a row and lost.
No, but that was heartbreak. In lockdown, I watched that. In one weekend, they had all of those finals in a row.
And it's like we were this close.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, so I understand losing, and I used to be at the games when there was 5 people at Ellis Park, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
And there was cleaners, were 2 of them. Like, that's how bad it was. But I would never do that to my team. I would never, ever, ever do that to the Lions.
Yeah, I know. So
And the worst is
either way, I win.
I didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get relegated, you're still in the Premier League.
But if they go down, I'm like, oh no, should we go out for dinner?
Oh no, so sad.
Oh, dear.
Thank you. You know how many times I've done that bet?
Hedge your bets.
That's what it's called. It's called hedge your bets.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know.
You're not in the gap.
I've done that so many times with the Lions where I go, the Lions are playing.
Oh, on Super Brew.
Yeah, on Super Brew. So I had some money, but I'm like, the Lions are gonna
Probably lose to the
probably gonna
Crusaders.
lose to the Crusaders. So I'm gonna say the Crusaders are gonna win. But if the Lions win, I win. Like
Emotionally.
yes, I celebrate.
Like, oh, my Super Brew stuffed
Super
out.
stuff, but my team is 3.
Yeah.
And I've done that, and it actually, like you don't get that anxious feeling, but when you're watching the game,
It definitely makes it more exciting. It makes it way more exciting. Just to reiterate, we do not endorse gambling.
Yeah.
And you're saying I'm not a bad person anymore.
You're First impressions are easily one of the hardest things in the world. Now, you know that Greg and I both, they've split us up on air, whatever.
Well,
but
unless this is your first time turning on to the video and seeing us right now in the middle of nowhere.
But a lot of people, no one knows the story. And I told the story the other day while I was on a call with
How
someone.
many secrets are you keeping from us?
No.
We just spoke about this in the last podcast. You told us a story you hadn't told anyone.
This is, I don't know if I told you this, bro.
How deep does the vault run?
How I got hired at the company that I used to work at was they had a talent search, a huge long line of talent. And I thought it was like just an interview. So I'm going for this interview. But meanwhile, it was a talent search. 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm standing there, 9:09, they let everybody in.
Thank goodness your mate told you to get there early.
Yeah.
Thanks, Taryn.
Yeah.
You're a winner.
So we're getting there, and now what happens is people are seated at the tables, and you go up and then you sit down, and then they interview you and whatever. I walk in, and in front of me is Greg Aldridge. And then as I'm walking,
What was the first thing you thought? You thought, oh, that guy's got great hair.
I'm looking, but me and him, like, we kind of like looked at each other. And then I get called by another guy, Zane, who's like, oh, Lucky, hey, come this way. And I sat down, and I still looked at Greg. I'm like, oh, this guy's got long hair. Like, okay, cool. Sat down.
Is that a woman or a man? Interesting. Oh, yes. Sorry. Hi. Lucky.
And I sat down. And the reason I'm telling this story
So
is
I was part of the panelists who were interviewing
because he
people.
was already part of.
I was in the programming team.
Exactly. And then I get chosen for the thing. A week or so later, or 2 weeks later, I have to go now to the programming department, and I go up this spiral staircase. And as I'm walking up, Greg is walking towards me wearing this green, like a plaid shirt. And I remember, and I was like, I walked up and I was like, hey man, and he kind of just walked past like,
I was a busy man.
and I was like, jeez. And that was the first impression I got of Greg. And I was like, jeez, it was grumpy.
Asshole.
Yeah.
That woman's really rude.
But the reason I'm telling the story is that it was the first impression that I got of Greg, and then me and him did on air together, and we just like, I mean, as you know, if you've watched the show or listened or whatever, we are two peas in a pod.
The thing that really gets me is, I don't know if my parents have been lying to me, but the thing is you don't know who your parents are. So I mean, we could have been in the womb together.
Yeah.
There could have been some in there.
I don't know if you know how biology works.
No, skip that whole subject. No, but we get along really well.
Yeah. But somebody asked me this question, and I said, if you had they're like, listen, Lucky. So obviously I'm looking for a new job now, and they're like, Lucky, listen, they want you to do a link, and in the link they just want you to tell a story, but they want you to tell a story, but a story of yourself as well. So tell a story of yourself, but also use yourself as the subject. But then, you know, obviously you're not bragging. You're not. So now I'm like, wow. And then I thought to myself, first date, you sit down, the lady opposite you or man says,
Hi.
tell me a story
Tell me about yourself.
Or what story would you tell that illustrates you best, that you're not a show off, you're not a brag, you're not a, and I was like, because you can't be like, yes, well, you know, I was born in 19, like, you know, you're not,
Yeah.
what story would you tell?
Ooh. Well, look, first of all, what I'm going to say is this is far better than having to send in a CV. You're great at telling stories.
Yeah.
We've already discussed your
if you're
spelling.
if you're terrible at telling stories, then you're in trouble.
Well, you're in the wrong business.
Of course, yeah, you're in the wrong
Okay,
business.
so you got to tell a story about yourself
You got to,
that illustrates your storytelling skills and is interesting.
exactly. So it comes across interesting. So when you're speaking,
So
it's
what are we talking? 5 minutes? 3 minutes?
probably a 5-minute. You know, so between 3 and 5. So
Because I mean, your Lucky's life story, if you haven't found out anything about it, is really interesting. But it's deep.
yeah,
and
it's deep.
involved.
It's really.
It can be a bit sad.
It can be a bit sad. So you won't be able. You're not going to start with that. But
Okay, what story would I tell?
ooh, I've got one that I would tell about us. if I had to do this for us.
Mom, Dad, how did you guys meet?
No. So Greg and I in studio, and our programming boss walks in. Head of programming walks in, and he's got all these people with him. And he's like, hey, Greg, like, sorry guys, listen, I'm just showing these students around. They just want to come check the studio, and how everything walks. But now he said, I got all these students around. So he walks in with them. So we're like, cool. We're like, hey, what's up, guys? Greg does his usual, because Greg used to control the desk, and he's like, yo, guys, come around here. And he's showing them the desk. And he's showing engineering. And then now we're talking about the idea of radio.
Creating content.
How you set up a link.
Executing the adverts.
And the students come this side, and I'm sitting here, and they come this side, and now I'm talking to them while I'm like prepping for the show. I'm talking to them, whatever. And Greg is doing great, and we're coming off well. And I turned to them, and I go, so you know what's important is that you got to focus, and you got to, the client will tell you to do something. But the honest truth is the client doesn't know what the fuck they're talking about. So what you got to and as I say that, our program manager goes, Lucky, the Discovery client, here they are.
Yeah. They're bringing the students in.
So I'm like, yeah, so
Smooth.
Greg's like, smooth. I was like, yeah, that was
What about the story about, you see, it doesn't come across very professional, about the time when you were naked in the car and then your mom's friend saw you and was like, why was Lucky driving naked? Yeah, it's not a good story. It's not a good professional story.
That was not a good story. No.
Well, it looks like you're not going to get the job then.
Yo, so what story would you tell?
I'd tell a story that disarms people. So you tell a story that makes yourself a bit vulnerable.
Yes,
I think
that's I think is key. And a lot of people don't think about it like that. But a story that makes you seem vulnerable is
It's far more honest and real than somebody who's trying to be something they're not.
Yeah, so I was driving this Ferrari, and because I've got Oaks, I know guys, I've got connections. No, what? Who are you talking to?
Okay. I also use Google. I don't know, man. That's very difficult.
It's a
Very, very
difficult. It's a difficult question to think about because, like you are right. It is. You have to come across sincere. You got to come across honest, vulnerable. You got to come, but also in our business, but they'll hear it when you're telling the story. But what story is it? And there's no one story that defines or tells who you are, but also,
Yeah. What about the story about how you met your wife at work and it was a little bit of a, like it was a clandestine relationship and then everybody caught pictures of you kissing on the kissing cam at the one work thing?
Yeah, I think so. It just shows that I like to break the goddamn rules at work. Don't sleep with people at work, and then you did this. So you're a rule-breaking motherfucker.
Okay, no, so that's not good. That's not a good one to tell.
Yeah.
I don't know what story I would tell.
Yeah, it's quite a hard one. So, if you have a story, and listen, the thing about us here on Greg and Lucky, we love stories as well. We love a good story.
Oh.
And if you have any,
Please.
it's easily our favorite thing. Other than doing radio, the stories are the best part.
And you getting involved.
Yeah.
You can DM us, let us know about it. And, if you can want to make up a story that we can give Lucky to give us tell him about this one time with the Saudi Arabian prince.
So the story starts off and it's like, so I used to be white, right? And then it's like, what?
So
What?
My 5 brothers and I started out as a singing group, but then I went solo.
Yeah. So Samuel Jackson and I, back in the day in 1947, it's like, oh, I thought you're 30. That makes you like 60. It's like, huh? What? What are we doing?
Yeah, just lie.
Yeah. I wonder if someone's lied. Oh.
Yes.
Can I tell you the story? This guy goes in for. So if you're working advertising, you got to show your portfolio to people.
Oh, you told the story. You've told the story on the podcast, and he showed somebody else's portfolio.
He showed the people
that were interviewing him.
He showed their work. Like
to them. Why did you do that? Why did you choose to highlight this in the image? Well, I decided to do.
The question crane.
I folded some origami cranes, and inside their wings are questions.
Yeah. We're also getting questions now. We've started getting questions from people on the YouTube.
Refined podcast listeners like yourself.
Yeah, so please hit us up in the comments, or you can DM us. We check out all our channels. We've become much better. Back in the day, we used to never check our Facebook.
Yeah, that's because I just thought people were trying to hook up with you.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucky, your body, please. It's just so, I want that chocolate man.
Not one person has ever said that except my wife.
No. Well, you see about that. We got one from Steve. You can even send voice notes on DMs now.
Actually, voice notes are the best. It's the future, old man.
Steve got hold of us. He's got a question for the question crane.
Hi, Greg and Lucky. Steve here. Really enjoying your
Hi,
podcast during lockdown. Speaking of which, what is your favorite go-to comfort food during lockdown? Because I've been enjoying a few too many toasted cheese salmis lately.
Comfort food.
Okay,
Comfort food.
I mean, how much time do we have?
We're actually running a bit long in this podcast, so move it along.
2 things. Biltong, always standard, gangster. Since I've been fired, my wife has said to me, my wife has said to me,
we got to cut back.
this salary I've just gotten,
Final.
this is the final biltong pack. So buy, and then that's it. Like,
But you'll be allowed little
Nuggets.
little packs of
no,
biltong.
no. She's like,
This is it.
Like, I had to cut, like, we had to look at her investments, and then, like, I think biltong came in like 1,400 a month. She was like,
That's a lot of
who do
money.
you think we are?
You're like, I work,
Yeah.
which now you can't say.
I can't say. But that's
So biltong.
Biltong? No,
Yeah,
it's 2. So
big
biltong
one, yeah.
and anything, and this is really bad because if you want to lose weight and you want to be thin and have a six-pack, this is what they tell you not to eat. Anything that is white and bread.
Oh yeah. Well, there he said it. Cheese sandwiches. Treat
I
yourself.
love it, bro. I love it. I took Greg these. They make these big Chelsea buns.
Oh,
And then what you do is you cut them and you toast them. Your option.
I saw them in the shop, and before you'd spoken to me about it, I was like, "What kind of
Animal.
like who is eating this? Like this is ginormous. Like it's as big as this fake plant. Another fake plant.
And then you see Lucky. Huh? What?
No, but it's genius. Get the bread knife out, cut it, toast
Absolutely.
it, treat yourself.
Absolutely delicious. What about you?
Comfort food. I am a big popcorn fan,
yeah, you told
but
me.
it's not really like a comfort.
Didn't your wife also cut you back on popcorn?
Oh yeah, microwave popcorn. I've now to start popping it in the pot because microwave popcorn's too expensive. It's the little sacrifices.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
the baby ones.
It's a little sacrifice.
Popcorn. Otherwise, there's this place called the Philly cheesesteak place.
Randburg. Oh my God.
They're on Uber Eats, and when they open up restaurants,
Yeah,
it's
over.
and it's far too expensive, but it is incredible. It is
That's-
delicious.
the size, man.
The roll is just perfect. It's like just under. It's like 25 centimeters.
Yeah.
I'll say 30 because I always say it's bigger. And and haven't you heard that joke? It's like a joke. It's like they say like people more women have been scratching their cars in parking lots recently. And they go, it's because they think 30 centimeters is bigger than it actually is. Because men have been lying.
Oh, that's so good.
Yeah, so I'd say popcorn and then those Philly cheesesteaks. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. Delicious. Awesome.
Let's see what's inside the wing here.
Yeah.
So we've got these questions nestled in a wing of the crane. But please, send us yours if you've got any. What does this say?
What is your all-time favorite TV series?
Oh, that's difficult to say. All time favorite. Oh, I really loved that show. I don't like rewatching things, so I can't say something like that. But I'd say Firefly. It's a nerdy show that got cancelled after one season. Maybe that's why I like it as well, is because it got cancelled.
Greg loves
So they
nothing
couldn't
but-
milk it.
Yeah. I can't give you my all-time favorite because it's saying wrong, but I have to say that obviously the show that I've watched the most, and you know this is Friends, but I'll give you my top 5. And I honestly suggest if you love laughing and you like our humor, this is for you.
Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh, no, all of these are great. I know what you're saying. Curb Your Enthusiasm.
Curb Your Enthusiasm. Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Excellent.
Workaholics.
Yes. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine. And I also love Scrubs. I think Scrubs is absolute genius.
Yeah. No, those are all great
Those
TV
are
shows.
all phenomenal TV shows.
An all-time favorite.
and-
That's like saying who's your favorite child. You can't do that.
Yeah. Although right now my son's coming in at number 2.
You don't have any other children.
Exactly.
Do you know where the saying "quiver in my boots" comes from?
I'm assuming from the times when people wore boots, like when everyone was a pirate and shit.
I'd assume it's like medieval.
Yeah.
Oaks standing in boots, ready to fight up against someone, and they see the other army, and there's way more of them, and they quiver in their boots.
Yes. Yeah.
Get your boots on, my boy, because you should be quivering.
Okay, so what Greg's talking about is Greg and I have a race. It's the Nelson Mandela Challenge.
We're doing it for a good cause, but I just want to win.
The Nelson Mandela Challenge, 67 kilometers. We've got to run it from the 1st of June till the 18th of July.
First man to finish wins. Loser has to wear cycling shorts.
In the next podcast, which will be freezing. All right. So Greg and I are both running every day or every odd day, and we are trying to see like who is the fastest, who's doing the best, blah, blah, blah.
Are you quivering? Because I've just started to hit my stride, my boy. Strava update this week. I've already done 12 kilometers. Oh, yes. You heard me correctly.
Did you say 12?
12 kilometers.
Jeez, dude.
2 runs of 6Ks each. Eat your heart out. Look, oh, there's quiver. There's quiver happening.
Okay. You got how many? 12?
Yeah, that's just this week.
Yes. Okay, well, that's not good. For you.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh, how the tables have turned.
So this week I've done 21.4.
What?
All time together, I've done 35 kilometers. I'm halfway there. I'm halfway there. Ooh.
You were just on antibiotics.
I asked him for the one that I can run on.
There's no such thing.
There is.
Scientists haven't created that.
It's welcome to the future, old man.
You've done over a marathon. You're on what, 30 or 40?
No. I'm all time, so 35.7. So it's not a marathon, but I've done more than half. This week I did half a marathon. I did 21. So if you look here, which is quite weird as well, is you'll see that the top 10 people, I'm at number 6.
Oh, you're going to try and win the whole race.
Yeah. That was my goal. Oh, I don't want to just beat you. I wanted to beat everyone.
Oh,
but this other guy's like, he's 52 kilometers in, so got a lot.
We started late, though.
Yeah, we started quite late, yeah. Oh, Damien Pittman, he's got the yellow jersey at 58 kilometers. Oh, yeah, he's done.
Okay.
Yeah, thanks, Damien.
Well, he's 67. He's still got to do another 10.
That's true.
If you push yourself, you can get there.
Yeah. So, so that's...
Okay, well, that's cool. Next time, where do you run? I just want to find out. So maybe if you happen to see guys in a modified Ford Ranger with extra big tires and baseball bats, maybe. Well, look, maybe they're there to protect you.
Okay,
Who knows?
Yeah, all right.
Maybe they're there to take you down.
Yeah. Who knows? Yeah.
Oh, now I'm quivering in my boots.
Yeah, so you got to pick it up.
No, I think I'm going to give up.
Listen, the only reason I told you is I freaked out, and it wasn't because of this race. It was because I had signed up before we did this race.
I don't want your excuses for being an overachiever.
No, I had
Just watch you. I know you've posted those maps. I'll follow you. I'll get you.
All right, so
Don't run with headphones, my friend. You want to hear the Ford Ranger coming. I am not beneath injuring you.
All right, so let's get out of here before it gets violent in this motherfucker. So until next time, thank you for listening. Remember to subscribe, hit the ringer so you get notifications when we post.
Yes, otherwise you can subscribe anywhere where you get your podcasts. And please get in touch with us. We want to get more people chatting, different voices up in here because, I'm already tired of listening to this overachiever, Lucky.
All right, until next time, cheers.